Hey, it's Dennis Wood here from Cinevate, and we're here on part 3 about take 7 because I cannot say linear tracking systems of the Pegasus linear tracking systems, of which there are 3 parts. So you're now looking at part number 3, and we call this system that you see in front of you the Pegasus Heavy Lifter. The reason we call it the Heavy Lifter is because it's designed for rigs like this, which are about 30 pounds, potentially heavier. The system is designed, instead of using our carbon fiber 15mm rods, which is what the Pegasus carbon system, part 2 of this series is all about. The carbon is super light, it's very stiff, but if you put 30 pounds on it, it's got a bit of flex to it. And this is solid steel rod, which is chromed, and we use highly specialized bearings inside the unit. It's kind of a pretty fascinating unit, really, this system, because it supports a bowl and it also supports a flat plate. And the bowl allows you to have a lot of flexibility, and it's a bowl that we designed right here. You can see that it allows us to level the system, and we deliberately put the unit on a bit of a tilt here in the conservatory so that we could show you how handy this is, because you can see that we've got it mounted here on tripods, and this is another mount type. You see these little horns coming off. This would allow you to do a table mount, but in this case we're using tripods. So we flip these blocks over. In any case, we've got the legs coming up here if you want to flip this over and just use it flat on the table or on a ground or in some of the other formats that we show you. So in this case, we've got a standard heavy lifter with the 3-foot rods. We've got 4-foot and 5-foot rods, so you have choices for longer assemblies if you need them. And the 5-foot on table is great, but just keep in mind, if you're using a heavy camera, you're going to get a little bit of flex in the rods, and you just have to be careful when you're doing your movements. So this system, as you can see, it's locked in space, and my lock is right here, so I can actually release this, and the system becomes now beautifully, beautifully smooth. So I'm just going to roll on this, and we'll show you basically the unit in operation. And let's make sure we're actually recording, which we are not. So let's try this. There we go. And you can see Chris, our devastatingly handsome camera operator. And we're just going to do a quick and dirty slide. You can see how smooth this is. This is with an 85mm. Chris is about 6 feet away. And we'll just go back. Now, what I'm doing, you can actually add drag to the system. And the way you do it, you can see these rods, they're not just poking through for decoration here. You can actually jam a finger in here and apply some pressure. You don't have to jam too hard, actually. And what you end up doing is applying very, very even pressure to the rig as you're doing your movement. And this allows you to increase resistance and so on. And of course, we have our brake that's built in, which is right here. And this will allow you to securely lock the system off. So now I can step away, even though I'm on a tilt, and I'm good to go here. So it's a very secure lock. It doesn't mark up the rods, and it's integrated, which we think is pretty cool. So now I'm going to show you a few more features on the Pegasus itself, which is related to the function of the body and the versatility. So we're just going to grab a Pegasus body and we'll show you that. If you go to our catalog, very shortly you'll find Manfrotto heads, C-stands, basically all the stuff that you see here that you potentially would need with a linear tracking system, we now provide in our catalog, so you can order them at the same time. And that decision was just based on the fact that, look, we need these little bits of grip and parts, and so, you know, we're bringing them in and making sure that you can order them all in sort of a one-stop shop. So here's the Proteus body. Again, with a flat plate, you would put any standard tripod head that uses a 3/8 stud, which should not be a problem. You see the brake is there. That's the basic configuration. And if you order it with our bowl, what you end up with, and we've got the bowl mounted, and again, one of the reasons why this is a patent pending system is because we built in a whole lot of flexibility using our patented Proteus rail system parts, essentially. So we've also designed a custom 100mm ball. Again, like everything we do, it's CNC machined. It's very light. It uses stainless hardware, and it's got a very low profile so that when it's mounted in our bowl, and again, we're going to go to the Pegasus Heavy Lifter system again. Now, I just showed you the flat plate. I'm going to show you the bowl. So that system, and in this case, we've done something strange. The bowl actually mounts on our short links, and we've added in our long links from our catalog, which in effect raises the bowl to a strange angle. That means that had we tilted this rig, and we're going to show you examples of these types of shots, but I could do an escalator shot basically with this coming towards you, okay? Or I could have done what amounts to a dolly and a jib in one shot by setting it up like this. and we don't have to get it too close in terms of level. Why? Because I can drop our 100mm ball in here, and again, I get some control over the angle still. So I can actually have potentially quite a steep angle to do what I call the escalator. I'm not sure what the technical term is for that shot, or sort of a combination dolly jib shot like so. And again, low profile ball, so that even if the bowl is mounted flat like it is on this rig right now, the ball protrudes very minimally below, so that you can use this in table mode. Okay, so that's pretty much it for episode 3 of our Pegasus linear tracking system. You've seen the tracking system with a 100mm bowl, you've seen it with the flat plate, and you've seen it actually rigged in a very strange way, again, to give you an extreme angle. So the bowl gives us a lot of flexibility, and again, it's a patent pending system that's based on our Pegasus rail system, which again carries its own patent. So we've basically been messing with parts a whole lot here to make just about any shot possible. Again, it's good to stress that this unit uses stainless hardware, like you see here, and that's basically because people like Patrick and company from Still Motion shoot in Mexico on a beach for 2 days, and then some of the fasteners that aren't stainless will get rusted. So the idea is to give stainless, non-corrosive, all aluminum, powder coated, so you don't have to worry about corrosion. Again, Pegasus Heavy Lifter, rigs up to 30 pounds, steel rods. They're 5/8 actually, so these blocks are not 100mm blocks like the ones with the carbon system. They're actually a slightly larger bore to support this system. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, and you're welcome to watch episode 1 and episode 2, where we cover some more variations on the Pegasus linear tracking systems.